Hey fairies! Welcome back to my channel. I refuse to discriminate. And today I just want to talk about the energy and what it entails and how we will apply it to our future and our present and our past. Because this is a very loving and breezy and beautiful energy. And because of this, you're finally learning how to give up essentially everything that does not serve you. You are really viewing from an outside perspective everything that has not and everything that will not serve you going into your future. And because of this, you are really learning how to give up everything that is negatively affecting you achieving the ideal future that you are working toward. So you're getting to a point in your life where you're really seeing that it would be beneficial to you to view your heartbreak and move through it, not just to view it. Collective has really gotten stuck in a hermit mode of viewing their heartbreak, viewing what they went through, viewing their trauma, and feeling it occasionally. But to no avail have we moved through it and moved away from it more than anything. And with that, we are really seeing that the tools that we are accessing within ourselves are really accentuating the more that we move away from what is not serving us. And I feel that collective has a tendency to stay within the realms of their known trauma due to the fact that they know what it entails. They know where they are. They know what they're feeling. And they only have to feel their own worth. They only have to sit in their own worth. And because of this, it is that direct correlation to kind of assuming all of the worth that we've had as a curse. It's literally that. I'm laughing because it's the polar antonym of that. I'm laughing because it couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, to sit within this and see it and hold it and be it, we've been taught that this is everything that makes us isolated. This is everything that makes us want to recluse within ourselves. This is everything that makes us alone. So the more that we sit with this, the more we view it, the more we understand that it is actually the polar opposite of what we are and who we are capable of encompassing and embodying. The more that we are going to move toward everything that is us. The synchronicity, the love, the blessings, the beauty, the bronze. I'm hearing the bronze. What's the bronze? This this is for my girlies out here. This is for my feminine collective. And even if you are a man, this is still for the people who are really falling out of becoming this version of themselves that they had been in the past, that had served them at the time, but we are now falling into, as a collective, the same variation that is going to rapidly attract everything that is going to convince us to take our power back. I mean, because as collective, we don't really understand how much we hold. It's on the nose. We don't understand that we are capable of reciprocating others to a point of synchronicity within itself. And because of this, it's just like we've never really had the chance to truly act on it because we've never had that reciprocation externally to begin with. So to miss out, this is your FOMO. This is your FOMO. This is not from lack of the wrong people. This is from lacking everything that you know you are capable of maintaining. And once again, you are not falling into this because you think it would be burdensome to others. But you got to think, the ability to reciprocate others is such a beautiful blessing. And when you are in this synchronistic relationship, being reciprocated, you're really going to look at it, and I'm speaking for the future, you're really going to look at it and you're going to say, I don't want to be like other people at all. I love that energy. I love that energy. I don't want to be like other people at all. I want to have the ability to give. I want to have the ability to look at my abundance and see how beautiful it is. To look at my abundance and see how prosperous and illuminating and like there's a colossal it is. So you're slowly going to start to see the reaping of everything that you are falling out of. Essentially, so it's like this direct connection of the more you take your power back, the more that you're really going to look at everything around you and watch it blossom, watch it grow, watch these seeds that you have planted years ago bloom into a radius that you were not expecting it to breach. Yeah. So you're like, not only are you slowly taking this power back, but you are giving up everything that you thought was going to correlate to this strength in the future. So that is the letting go of sitting with yourself and trying to literally just be within yourself. That's really what I'm getting here. Trying so hard, literally working tirelessly, giving out all of your energy, trying to stay within yourself. When you know you're meant to be in the world, when you know you're meant to be loved, when you know you are meant to be part of the world. You know you are meant to be the world. So to deny yourself of this is to reject not only what you are, but reject your blessings, reject your truth, reject this love that you are bound to draw in as the light, literally, as it's reflecting, as this, and I've been hearing beacon of light since last night. You're just this beacon of light that is for all to see. And anybody who wants to come and reciprocate that in order to then reciprocate, not only like reciprocate for sure, but it's like, okay, you're like a lighter, and then somebody comes to you with flint, and then they are able to then spark that flint and carry it outside of where your beacon of light is. So it's like they are going to then come to you and see the abundance that you carry, understand that it's safe to carry it, and that you are protected within carrying it from the universe, and then take this elsewhere to another part of the world and express it there, become it there, show it there. So then, I mean, in the long run, there will be no alternative option but to become the world for the world. It's like, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because I know that was a little heavy. But to essentially just become everything that, everything, wow, and now they're in reverse. Everything that is already, you literally want to just illuminate this outwards. You want to become this outwards. You want to really share it. You just literally want to share, and you're giving up this old pattern of believing that you're not enough to reciprocate the world, of believing that you're not enough to embody this power, to show people the truth, and to show people reality, to show people their options, essentially is what I'm really getting. To show people the options of actually becoming everything that they need within themselves. So, there's something else here. There's something else here we don't find out. Yeah, so just a very beautiful and becoming energy. That's what this really is. You are becoming. You are becoming. And you're like, yeah, you're like flipping through all these pages and you're looking through like essentially all of your files, like, and you're editing yourself and you're like refining. You're refining. You're like in this refining era. You're like looking through all these files and you're like, that's not me. Like I'm hearing you like discarding what is not you. So it's literally you going through, you know, your little desk. You're like uncluttering. So uncluttering might be really significant for you at this time. It might really contribute the right way to your workload. So instead of working towards this thing that is not serving you and continuously putting in this energy to be within yourself, to be in hermit mode, to literally draw that line between yourself and love. You're not putting that energy into this thing, this black void anymore. You're putting it into literally accepting gifts, literally accepting self, literally just becoming everything that you knew you were this whole time. That's what it is now going into, is yourself. It's not going into it's literally not going into protecting yourself anymore. It's not, and because you already know you're protected. It's not going into forcing away love anymore. It's not going into, you know, surviving. It's not going into, like, I mean, I'm really hearing, like, just being this person that you never were. Because you've been trying tirelessly to uphold this status of everything that you were taught you were about yourself. And now you're really getting to the point in your life where you're seeing everything that you have been. You're seeing everything that you are capable of receiving. Everything that you are capable of giving as well. So it's like you've sat with yourself this whole time. You've had no option because this is for the collective that has been in hermit mode. You've had to sit with yourself. You've had to look at yourself. You've had to be aware of what you can give and take. And now you're finally falling into what you can take a little bit more than what you can give. Because this is definitely for the people who have always tried to give to that extent of being this person that is for everybody else, that is helpful to everybody else, that is that light to everybody else. But you cannot be that light for everybody else because you were not that beacon. You were not that stability. You were not the lighthouse. You just had the light and you were like recklessly shining it to literally anybody who was needing it. And I'm saying literally a lot. I don't usually do that, but this is just like a very realistic light and encompassing and embodying energy. It's like this air, like you're coming out of this tunnel, out of hermit mode, and you're like looking around, you're saying, wow, this has been here the whole time. This has been here the whole time outside of my little tunnel. So it's like you're no longer like sitting with this idea of who you can be. You're just going outside and you're being it. So it's like this literal, it's this literal perspective of, you know, what you actually are, not what, you know, your future could be, not what a relationship could be like, not what a relationship with yourself could be like. It's what it is. Literally. Okay. Yeah. You're allowing, I'm just hearing like you're allowing the cards to fall where they need to go. And you're watching people make the decisions that are for them. And you're watching people do the same things that they, one, tried to project onto you, and two, were doing the whole time as they were projecting it onto you. And see, the thing about this energy is that you never really had this space to decide who you were. You never had the space to, like, underline who you are. It was always just this being told who you are, because you come from a family of poverty. You come from a family of criminals, maybe. You come from a family of people who are not good in love. So you have to be this way. And that's literally what that is what I'm feeling here, okay? I'm just feeling this reality is finally settling in. And you're seeing that you don't have to, you're wounded, but you don't have to protect yourself to the point that it takes all of your energy anymore, because you need that. Oh, you need that. So, wow, this is a little bit longer than I was anticipating. Okay, so yeah, you are really looking at the world and you're letting people make their decisions that they would like to. And this, I hear, is taking power away from not only like them, but they are projecting this onto you and saying that you are the one taking away from them when you have been giving the whole time. You've been giving the whole time. So because people have projected on to you this energy, you are thinking that to take everything that is for you would be selfish and would essentially be a false prophecy. Wow. Whoa. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna pick up these cards real quick. And okay, so there's this card that was on. I have two cards that were just kind of sitting out. I'm gonna make sure that this is the right way, yeah. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, and I think that's 8. We have, yeah, I'm getting a little better. We have the 8 of Pentacles as well. So this is just like a correlation between viewing this. Like you're really viewing everything that you were being taught that you were, and you're coming out of accepting that. Because you've been trying to sit with this acceptance that is not real. It is not literal. It is not a literal acceptance. This is a lie that you are being taught here. From a standpoint of somebody who is not in the mindset to embellish and to stabilize truly their energy, their worth, their abilities. And because of this energy, everything that they're making you feel is coming from a standpoint of logic. And it is coming from a repetitious cycle of doing the exact same thing that they have always done, which is that logical mindset, which is projecting onto others what they feel within themselves, because it is a avoidant energy. This is an avoidant. So, yes, once again, the more that you come out of the idea of who you think you are, or who you've been taught, maybe you don't even think you're this person. You're just coming out of this fog of believing that you are unabundant, and you are finally falling into abundance. So you're kind of getting to a point where you're looking at your surroundings and you're seeing that there's nothing else to fix. There's nothing else to do. Everything already is, and the cards will fall where they need to go. The cards will fall. That's heavy. That's a heavy theme I'm getting here. The cards are going to fall, as they have. And it is out of that falling, you are going to see everything that you have been the whole time, and that you didn't need to hide. Because you are strong enough to unveil everything that is true. And this truth is that people try to take from you your ability to I'm getting something heavy. Your ability to alchemize, for one, definitely. because I see this. So this is upside down. And your ability to take a negative situation and turn it into something that is, in a sense, from a different standpoint, but in like a beautiful way. So you don't take things and just say, well, we should be happy about this. You take things and you say, I have a genuine reason why this may be contributing to my betterment. Because for chipping at my mindset, chipping at my complexes, chipping at what my current reality is going to contribute to taking this part of myself away from, this is like a little tricky to talk on, but there's something else here as well. This is a very, very like dense reading. I didn't think it would be this dense. But like you're taking what is others' truth and then alchemizing it into something that is real and working from a place of prosperity within it to achieve a new version of yourself that is not who you were taught it was from people who do not receive a bettered version of self. A bettered version of self that is able to embody abundance. And it's like, there's so much more here, but I'm just trying to simplify it as best as I can. There's so much more here. I really just think that you are finally standing up for what you believe in. And you are falling out of the blindfold. You're literally falling out of the blindfold. Wow, literal. You're falling out of that blindfold that was holding you in this place of seeing your worth, but not wanting to share it with others out of fear that they were going to take away everything that you had. And then you're going to find yourself at the exact spot that your family has come from. So it's like, say that you come from poverty. Okay, so say you let the wrong person in and then they take all your money, hypothetically. And then you have to just admit failure. Like you're literally, wow. I'm not trying to say that word so much. You're like, you think that your future is going to end the same way that your family's has. And you think that no matter what you do, it has to be that way. So you've been working tirelessly to achieve something else that is outside the perspective of the immaturity that your family has carried in relationships. And you're like sitting with this to a point of repeating a cycle. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. You feel very worried about time. You feel very worried about time. You feel like you're running out of time because you are not where you... I didn't mean to pull that one. I meant to pull this one. You feel that you are running out of time because you are not getting the answers that you need to go forward. But what you need is to sit still, and everything that you are asking for will come to you. And this is going to result in your justice. Wow. And I hear that you're going to be getting an apology from people that you didn't think would ever come into contact with you again. But this is that discernment that you have been working so tirelessly on. To sit within yourself and say, I can't do this for you. I need to do this for me. And if I should fall in giving myself away again, then it will result in the same poverty that has been a generational experience. So I must move with this, because to sit in the same place with the poverty mindset that I have been trained to carry out is going to then result in, okay, I need to think about this. I have 4 cards. Okay, clarify, Spirit. I need a little push here. Result in, okay. The lightest way to say it is that it's going to result in trying to stay open-minded for something that is going to result in the same pattern once again, this cycle of not being able to give, not being able to embody, falling out of everything that is you. Wow, yeah. Falling out of everything that is you, but once again, knowing who you are and holding that stability. So it's like this place of fear that you're never going to be enough for the world. That's what I'm really getting here. But you don't have to be afraid of that. You don't have to be afraid of that, because the lack that you have experienced within your life and the inability to receive your blessings has all stemmed from a place of heartbreak. But you are now learning how to balance this heartbreak with everything that has been yourself the whole time, because you have grieved. You are grieving this. This is not something that is going to have the space to repeat itself. Have the space to make you feel like you have to go back to these people and always be there for them. And always show them the way. Because you are slowly, once again, refining. You are slowly letting go. You are slowly becoming a whole new version. So you are, this is legitimately a cycle that is unable to repeat itself, because you are letting go of the piece that prompts it to repeat. Yes, that's exactly what I'm getting here. So this is going to result in a fertile life, an abundant, like a very rich life, a very rich and prosperous life for yourself and for whoever you may decide to allow into it. But this is the issue, because this can cause that repetitious cycle of losing, the loss. So to give up everything that does not serve you at this time and to fall in to everything that you are is naturally happening. It's naturally happening. This is not something that you have to overwork yourself. See, this is not something that you have to literally overwork yourself to achieve. It already is. You just have to allow it. You have to allow the cards to fall. And that's the thing, because this collective has been taught that to allow their cards to fall means that you're a failure. But in this case, the truth, the literal truth, is that allowing your cards to fall is going to bring out every part of you that you have been looking for in the first place. Keep it cool, kind, and classy, y'all.